What are we gonna do? Hold it? What are we gonna do? We're gonna stop or you're gonna run?
17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The 3-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
Bled on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, receive.
Then you see a pack of Hells Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there. I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today, again, we got a lot to talk about. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this show. You guys are all great. We're hitting milestones every day. We keep growing, and I appreciate it. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. Jimmy, how are you? So there's a lot going on. You know, before we get into the motorcycle club stuff, we're going to talk about this suspect that killed the lawmakers out there in Minnesota. It's pretty crazy. They caught him. Remember these two people? These are the victims. I guess 4 people were shot. And they caught the guy who did it. This guy was dressed up like a police officer. You see the taser on his chest and a flashlight. He had a police car. Here's a picture of his car. I mean, it looks like a cop car. You can't even tell the difference. Pretty crazy. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures, and you're not going to believe it. So this is the suspect. They caught him like in a wooded area. They cornered him. And he had this silicone mask on when he did these crimes. This is all allegedly. So here's a picture of him before. This is him on the right. That's him. That's the same guy. You believe that? Crazy weight loss transformation. But that's him. They caught him. Minnesota shooting suspect, Vincent Bolter, arrested in the largest manhunt in state history. Vance Bolter, the man suspected of assassinating one of Minnesota's lawmakers and shooting another over the weekend, is in police custody after a nearly 2-day manhunt described as the largest in state history. Bolter 57, was arrested Sunday and stands accused of fatally shooting Democratic State Rep Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark, as well as wounding Democratic State Senator John Huffman and his wife at their representative homes on Saturday morning. Law enforcement agencies spent nearly 48 hours searching for Bolter. Reportedly, evangelical Christian with checkered employment history, with more than 100 agents deployed across the state. On Sunday, police located the suspect's white vehicle on the side of a highway in Sibley County, where officials reported finding valuable evidence. He was later cornered in a local woodland. He surrendered to officers and was arrested and charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Why did they charge him with second-degree murder? I mean, this is clearly a first-degree murder case. I don't understand that. Justice will be served, said Minnesota's Governor Tampon Timmy. He promised it at a press conference. Bolter's longtime friend and roommate described him as very conservative and obsessed to, and he was opposed to abortion, and said that the suspect had returned to their home and texted him on the morning after the attacks. Vance Bolter, in custody, shooting, Democratic 2-day manhunt, blah, blah, blah. So this is pretty crazy. So it was politically motivated, it says. This dude is screwed. He threw his whole life away. These are the 2 people that he killed. It's a crazy situation. All right, we got more to talk about. If you guys don't know, there's an exclusive video. I posted it on Patreon. Go check it out. It is the video of the Gotti boys beating up their brother-in-law. Not really beating him up. They just sucker punched him in the face. Went to punch him again, and he hit this kid's mom in the video. It's pretty crazy. I cannot show you the video on YouTube, but go check it out on Patreon. The video is on Patreon. I believe it's on Facebook and Instagram too. Yeah, it is. Go to Facebook or Instagram and you can see the video right now. And if you guys don't know, that's the brother-in-law. The guy on the right is the brother-in-law. He robbed the nephew of John Gotti, the gangster. He robbed his house. I guess the one on the left has a baby with this kid's sister. And he doesn't like the Gotti kid, so he robbed the house for $3,000 and some other items. And this dude found out and beat the shit out of him with his brother right in front of the police. And it was caught on video. So, I mean, they got arrested for simple battery. Nothing's going to happen with the case. You know, it's same old bullshit. But when a Gotti's involved, you know, they got to make a big deal out of it. When these guys aren't even, they're nowhere near the status of their grandfather. Nowhere near it. Or their uncle or whatever you want to call it. They have they're not gangsters. John Gotti Sr. was a gangster. Son and all these other kids, no. They're not even close to the level of what their grandfather, cousin, uncle, dad was at all. They are not. I know they want to be, so that's what they would be. They would be wannabe gangsters. But anyway, we got more to talk about. So, there was a situation where the protest went a little crazy. And I can't show you the videos on here, but the Highwaymen and the Iron Coffins, two motorcycle clubs out of Detroit, clashed with protesters in Detroit at a park. So the Highwaymen are Detroit Motorcycle Club. They're known as the Detroit Highwaymen. Were founded in Detroit, Michigan in 1954. It's one of the largest motorcycle clubs in Detroit. The Highwaymen's history is the club was founded in Detroit in 1954. They were founded by Big Max Burns. The Detroit Federation of Motorcycle Club, which was created by the president of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club Detroit chapter in 1970 to resolve outlaw motorcycle club turf wars, banned the Highwaymen from the federation. That's pretty crazy. So the patch consists of a winged skeleton wearing a motorcycle cap and leather jacket. The official colors of one of the 1% clubs are black and silver. So the motorcycle club's motto, similar to many other clubs, is Highwaymen Forever, Forever Highwaymen. They have chapters in Alabama, Florida, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and Tennessee. They've been subject to law enforcement investigations, in which listed further details. In 1980, a DEA agent in charge of the investigation of the Highwaymen Club was shot by the Detroit Club chapter president as he drove to work. The shooting failed to seriously injure the DEA agent. That's pretty crazy. So the DEA agent that was investigating the club was shot by the president on May of 2007. On the 5th of May, FBI agent arrested 40 members of the Highwaymen on various charges, including racketeering, murder for hire, assault, drug trafficking, and fraud. The investigation led to these charges being laid took 2 years and involved wiretaps and informants. One of these informants was identified and murdered. In June of 2007, on the 13th, Randall Lee McDaniel was arrested in Lansing, Michigan, for running a chop shop. He was charged with both automotive theft and drug-related charges. In May of 2009, the FBI sealed an indictment on 35 counts, alleging that since 2000, the Highwaymen Motorcycle Club was an enterprise that whose members allegedly committed, attempted, and threatened to commit acts of violence to protect and expand their gang's criminal operation. There was a lot of defendants. I'm not going to name them all, but all their names are here. The leaders of the enterprise who directed the members of the enterprise to carry out unlawful acts and other activities in furtherance to conduct affairs of the enterprise. 2010, Arif Naji was found guilty along with Leonard Dad Moore, 61, Little Joe, 56, and Mad Anthony, 52, Coca-Cola, 55, and Junior, 44. In July 2011, former Highwaymen MC Vice President Scarface Naji was sentenced to 37 years in prison. And related to 2007 FBI investigation, his charge of conspiracy to violate federal racketeering laws, conspiracy to commit murder, stolen property, and possession of a controlled substance and firearms and violations. It says their known enemies are known to be the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. Main reasoning behind the rivalry is mainly down to territory. The Highwaymen Motorcycle Club is the largest club in the Michigan area, and the Outlaws have been at a turf war. The Iron Horsemen MC are also their enemies. So the Iron Coffins, they were there as well. The Iron Coffins Motorcycle Club was founded in 1966 in Toledo, Ohio. They were originally founded under the name Chosen Few. However, they later changed their name to Iron Coffins. In 1983, the first German chapter of the Iron Coffins opened. In 1999, the second German chapter opened. The Iron Coffins motto is Big Daddy Roth, designed by Big Daddy Roth, also known as the Rat Fink, who's based out of California. The patch consists of a skeleton riding on a motorcycle with wings. I'll show you guys a picture of what that looks like. This is their patch. The Iron Coffins acronym are ICFFIC, which stands for Iron Cross Forever, Forever Iron's Cross style, very common amongst motorcycle clubs. The Iron Coffins also have chapters across the Midwest in the USA and presence in Germany. They have chapters in Alabama, Albany, New York, Battle Creek, Michigan, Black Swamp chapter in Grand Rapids, Ohio, Detroit chapter, Erie, Michigan chapter, Grand Haven, Michigan, Ohio. They have a lot of chapters in Michigan. They have one in Florida as well. They have a bunch in Ohio. In 1997 and 1998, the Avengers MC president, Bigfoot Tommy, declared war against the Iron Coffins Motorcycle Club and the Forbidden Wheels Motorcycle Club, instructing his club to kill members of other clubs and take their cuts. In 2012, January, Iron Coffins Jackson County chapter president, he also, the former Battle Creek chapter president, Leroy Taylor, is murdered in Battle Creek Clubhouse during a fight with other club members at the New Year's Eve party around 6 a.m. On New Year's Eve day, the Iron Coffins member Matthew Starkwater, John Liddell, and Paco Mario were all charged in relation with the murder. The fight was rumored to be regarding $2,500 debt Lee Taylor owed to Matthew Starkweather. In September 2015, they were sentenced to 5 to 11 months in prison, 15 years in prison in the deal in which they saw the murder charges against them dropped. That's pretty crazy. Their enemies are the Avengers Motorcycle Club, and their allies, it says, are the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. So I don't know. This information could or could be not correct. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it is correct. I'm just saying this is the information that's out there. But anyway, there was a situation where they're protesting that No King's Day. bunch of weirdos out there protesting this No King's Day. Guess what? He's still the president. He didn't do anything, so that didn't work out. So they're out there protesting the No King's Day. Oh, shit. And the highwaymen show up, and people start getting crazy with them. They start chanting all this crap. And let me see if I can find the article. All right, members of the Highwaymen Motorcycle Club stand by as people gather in Detroit's Clark Park for the No Kings protest challenging Trump administration's recent crackdown on illegal immigrants. Saturday, June 14th. I mean, these people look like straight up weirdos. They really do. Like, like all of them. They look like I don't understand what their like goal is. I mean, they're a bunch of weirdos, straight up. There's what other way do you put it? Look at these people. You can see that, right? I mean, clearly, look at these people. Look at this. The only good monarch is a butterfly, it says. Yeah. I don't think this dude's trying to be a monarch. There is no damn kings in the U.S. And you know what day they celebrate that? It's called the 4th of July. Now, you guys had your little protest, right? So now we, the American people that love this country, get to have our day. It's called the 4th of July. Now, these people are trying to say that the 4th of July is canceled. That is never going to happen. So you guys need to keep dreaming. It's absolutely never going to happen. These people have mental health issues, very serious mental health issues. They think they're women. Very weird people wearing masks outside. It's just weird. Love thy neighbor. Listen, you can love thy neighbor and not support illegal immigrants in our country. People that commit crimes. They're getting rid of people that commit crimes. And it's just crazy that these people want criminals in our country. It really makes no sense. I don't get it. They're like protecting criminals. They want people. America would be the only country with no borders. You can't have no borders. That's like letting some people in your house and you don't know who they are. You're just letting them in. Why would you do that? You wouldn't do that. So if you guys love these immigrants so much, take them in your house. Take care of them. You do it. Why do we got to do it? Why do we got to put them on our healthcare system and everything else? No, you do it. 77 million people voted for Trump. And they're getting what they voted for. They don't want illegal migrants here. They don't want that. So why are these, what was it, 7 million people to 77 million people? It's just crazy. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Patrick, how are you? Scott, how you doing? Appreciate you, man. Patrick, what's good? Anthony. Biker News Canada, what's going on, man? Shout out to Biker News Canada. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Biker News Canada. I got a couple videos to play for you guys. Oh, yeah, and this too. Illegal migrants should not be in this country. Bottom line, they don't. They don't deserve to be on our health care. They don't deserve to be in our country. If you want to be in the United States, do it the right way. And we'll invite you. We'll accept you with open arms. But if you want to do it the wrong way, no, you can go back. You can go back to where you came from. And that's it. It's not very hard to understand. There's nowhere in this world, there is no country in this world that you can just go into and be on their health care and get free housing and all this other shit. It's impossible. Go to Mexico and try to do the shit you're doing here. It's not going to happen. Go to Canada and do it. They're not going to let you. So I don't know where they're coming up with this false open border policy that they all have. Open your doors to them then. Let them around your family. Why? I mean, they're getting rid of people who committed crimes, and you guys got a problem with that. I don't get it. I really don't. But the highwaymen show up to this protest, and they're not having it. So, I mean, some punches start getting thrown, and people are like pushing each other. It starts to get a little aggressive. But these people don't make it that far, you know? Not with these guys. All right, let's see if I can find this. If I can find this damn article. Here's one. It just says, police arrive at No Kings protest in Detroit after fight breaks out between protesters and motorcycle club. If you want to see the videos, I have 3 videos. They're on Patreon. I believe they're on Instagram and Facebook. So if you guys want to see those videos, go over to Instagram, Facebook, or Patreon, and you can see them there. Also, we're going to talk about the Los-Diablos Motorcycle Club. Not to be confused with the Diablos Motorcycle Club. Totally different club. So the Los-Diablos Motorcycle Club, they're investigating a shooting in Omaha, Nebraska. It says police are investigating a large crowd disturbance at the Los-Diablos Motorcycle Club. Around 4:30 a.m. And they got video from the club. Officers responded to the scene where someone was shot. After walking into the shooting, victim arrived at the medical center just after 3 a.m. OPD said a 22-year-old male was driven to the hospital in a private vehicle. His injuries are non-life-threatening. Investigators discovered shell casings, firearms, and live rounds near the Los-Diablos Motorcycle Club. Witnesses provided details. Listen, nowadays, people are going to talk. Over is the time where you can do something and people aren't going to say anything. Nowadays, they whip their phone out. They will tell everything they've seen. During the investigation, an intoxicated driver nearly struck an officer before being arrested for DUI. Police said the walk-in shooting victim isn't stable, but was uncooperative. So he's not even cooperating with the investigation. The investigation remains ongoing. So this is not the first time. It seems like around this time, the same thing happens at this motorcycle club. And I have another video to show you guys. And it's kind of like deja vu. So let's play the first one and then we'll play the second one. And you guys tell me what one is what. Okay? Let's check it out.
To start, one person is in the hospital after being shot. It happened near Los-Diablos Motorcycle Club on 25th and Taylor just after 3 a.m. Now, according to authorities, the victim was a 22-year-old man. He was taken to the hospital by a private vehicle. Right now, there's no word on any suspects.
So they don't even know. But you know, there's cameras everywhere. Eventually, they'll find out. So check this out.
Are investigating a shooting that happened just before 4 this morning near 25th and Taylor Streets. One man was shot and taken to a local hospital with serious injuries, but is said to be in stable condition. This is the second shooting to happen near the area of the Los-Diablos Motorcycle Club in the last few weeks. Police say they had officers in the area when they heard the gunshots fired in a crowd of hundreds.
So this incident right here that I'm showing you happened 3 years ago. So it's kind of like a recurring thing. And there was a shooting last year too. So 3 years in a row, around the same time, there were shootings. So what's the deal with that? Do they have certain events that happen around this time of year? Probably. They said there was tons of people there. So, and this happened 3 years ago. And there was one that happened last year too. So a shooting has happened the last 3 years, every time around the same time near this motorcycle club. So something's going on.
Omaha police are investigating a shooting that happened just before 4 this morning near 25th and Taylor Streets. One man was shot and taken to a local hospital with serious injuries, but is said to be in stable condition.
Now listen to the new one. It's like the same. It's like a repeat.
Start, one person is in the hospital after being shot. It happened near Los-Diablos Motorcycle Club on 25th and Taylor just after 3 a.m. Now, according to authorities, the victim was a 22-year-old man. He was taken to the hospital by a private vehicle. Right now, there's no word on any suspects.
So what do you guys think of the situation? It's crazy. It's like history repeating itself. How many of you have been watching the interview with Bob and Pee Wee? A lot of people are liking that series. Slow Ride, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. They're trying to eliminate white and black race. People used to think that they wanted us at each other's throats, but in reality, they pulled, illegals in to fight us. 100%. I believe it too. Trump is the only hope we have. Would you rather see Dumb and Dumber and wide open borders? Hell no. Listen, if Kamala got into office, we would all be screwed. We would have been done. So he was the only hope we had for them to get a grip on everything. The protest was about Trump acting like a king. Executive order once. Was Congress. Listen, he doesn't act like a king. He's using the power that he has. And that's it. And guess what? They had all these protests, and guess what? Didn't work. He's still here. He's not going anywhere. And these people will be deported, so your little protest didn't do shit. And if you guys haven't seen, there's been a tweet that Trump put out, and it is funny. He said, let me pull it up. It is hilarious. The tweet that Trump put out. He said, I was worried that there was going to be a dictator or something. So he said this. He said, huge thank you to all the No Kings protesters yesterday. I was very concerned the king was trying to take my place. But thanks to all your tireless efforts, I am still your president. Great job, America. Oh, man. That is hilarious. Because they will not get him out of the White House. So Donald Trump is still your president. Congratulations, you protested nothing but make you look pretty stupid. And these people will still be deported. So you're not helping the situation. You just make yourself look bad. LA looks terrible. You got people waving Mexican flags, saying how much they hate America, but they want to stay here. And most of you people waving the Mexican flag, you're not even Mexican. You're not from Mexico. You were born in the U.S. You're an American with Mexican heritage. So you guys got to think about what you're doing. These people it's insane. That's what I'm saying, Bill. It wasn't about deportation only. It was to make it bigger than his parade. He wasn't having the parade for his birthday. He did the parade for the Army. It was to show that the Army's been here for 200 and something years. I believe he didn't do that for his birthday. I know the U.S. is divided. It is very divided. It's us against them. And they ain't gonna win. These people are delusional. They need mental health. Like they really do. Listen, I don't like any politicians. I don't even like any of them. I don't favor Trump. I don't worship Trump. I don't like any of them. I think they're all crooks. They all have their hand in our pockets. They're all on the same page. But I think Trump was our greatest of the two evils. You know what I mean? The lesser of the two evils. So 250 years of the Army. That's what he was had the parade for. And there was tons of people there for that. They're trying to show like small crowds and say, oh, there weren't that many people there. There was tons of people there. They're trying to downplay how many people were there. But who gives a shit? They still lost. They did all that protesting for nothing. A lot of people are going to prison. All those people that were throwing rocks and Molotov cocktails, now you're going to prison for years and years. Good luck with that. See how far that gets you. They are all the government, same government who locks us up. 100%. I don't trust none of them. Trump included. None of them. But listen, I love America, and people are sitting there burning the flag. If you're burning the flag, fuck you. If you got no respect for America, then get the fuck out of here. The fuck are you doing here? You don't like this country, but you want to stay in it? Get the fuck out. And that's the bottom line. People need to fucking get with the program. Or you're just going to live here with hate and not like the people here. Or, come on, give me a break. If you don't like America and you can't pledge allegiance to America, then you shouldn't be here. It's the bottom line. Wait till the next election and he's on the ballot again. Or there's no election. Yeah, he'll declare martial law because things are getting out of control. I think it's great that he sent the National Guard in there. Gavin Newsom should be prosecuted. He should be arrested. I think a lot of these Democratic leaders are corrupt. Connecticut is full of corruption. Blumenthal, he's a corrupt asshole. All of these people, they belong in prison. I told someone to get out of this country the other day and saying they didn't like America. 100%. If you don't like America, you should leave. Mickey Griggs, what's going on? Shout out to you, man. Thanks for joining me. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Motherfuckers trying to turn men into women. Mexican flags flying in the streets. Don't stop. It will end up like England. I know, it's got to stop. This shit's gotta stop. They're trying to... It's insane. Insane. They say that LA belongs to Mexico. No, the fuck it don't. LA belongs to the US. I don't give a shit what it used to be or what your ancestors used to do. This is here and now. And LA belongs to the US. And you are in the US. And if you're flying a Mexican flag, do it because you're proud of your heritage. Don't do it because you love to go back. Go back to Mexico then. Do that shit in Mexico and watch what they do to you. Because they don't play games. If you disgrace the Mexican flag the way you people do, wearing it on your back like a cape, you'll go to jail in Mexico. Even the people in Mexico don't like you. They don't like Mexican Americans. People in Mexico, they don't. Naomi, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. And thank you. The series with Bob and Pee Wee is really good. Tonight, I believe it's part 8 tonight. And I have a lot of good interviews lined up. I have another one. Shout out to Reckless from Virginia. He explains a lot of motorcycle club situations, we'll say. And I'm going to be doing a part 2 with him soon. So probably before I even release part 1. Just to have it ready for you guys. Because it was really good. His interview. You guys will like it. We got a bunch of new interviews dropping. Good luck getting the fruit and shit picked in America. Kids won't do that work. Pfft. Hey, who cares? Who cares? But listen, Donald Trump said he's going to leave a lot of the people who are, been here for a while and they have jobs and they're living the right way. He should do that. But you can't keep them all. These people want us to keep the criminals in the country. There's fucking gang members operating insanely in America. They are taking over whole neighborhoods. They're selling drugs. They're doing gangster shit. And they need to be gone. They don't belong here doing that type of shit. Go to New York. Walk through New York City. Go to the Bronx. Go to Brooklyn. You'll be like, what the fuck? There's people selling stolen property all over the place. It's crazy. So I think it's great what he's doing. Perth, Australia. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining me today. All the criminals need to be gone. I mean, there's people committing heinous crimes against Americans, and they don't give a shit. The lawmakers don't care. And when it hits your family, you'll give a shit a lot more. There's a lot of people that have been victimized by these people. 100% make America great again. But I appreciate all you guys. I'm going to be dropping a whole bunch of new content. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to keep bringing you guys the best content out there. And there's tons more to go. Here's another picture of the protest. What side are you on? If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like America, too bad. Start your own fucking podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a Democrat.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.